Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Marilyn Darling Show, and welcome to another episode of 30 Inks 30 Days. How is everyone doing today? Are you having a nice day? I hope you're having a nice day wherever you are in the world. Today we are looking at a bluish, tealish ink. This one is from Ferris Press Bluegrass Velvet. Thanks go out to pen friend Amy Alphabet for providing the sample for this review. Today's pen we will be using the Twisby Go with a super broad nib. It's not a Technic, it's a broad nib, but this is the broadest nib that I have in my collection, and it's almost like a 1.1 millimeter stub, but in round form. It's wonderful. Oops. Turn some lights on. Maybe bump up the lights a little bit. Alright, here is our ink of the day. Very nice. Well, before we start this, let's share this with our friends so that they can come and hang out with us too. At this time, I would encourage you to share this with your friends so that they can come and hang out with us too. We'll share it to the LinkedIn and the Facebook and the Tumblr and the blog. Alexa, stop. And the Reddit and the Twitters and the 30 Inks 30 Days Pinterest. Alright. We are all shared out. Okay, let's take a look. Here is our ink of the day. Ink swatch of the day and water resistance test shows. It has a little bit of water resistance, but not quite enough. I would feel comfortable putting this on the outside of an envelope for fear it may wash away. Here is our toilet paper chromatography. I see it does have this darker blue, which is the same one that we see here. And then there's like a light blue and like a tealy blue along the edge. Very interesting indeed. And here is our ink painting of the day. Simply beautiful. And as you know, I'm turning these into business cards. Thought I would show that. No, actually, I'm going to use this one. Show you how I do that. I have a stamp block with my address on it in that corner. Okay. And then I have my social media stamp. Get that there. Excellent. And then take my Sharpie S-Gel. .com on it. Alright, and there I have my business card. Cute, right? Okay. Is this too loud? I think that might be a bit loud. Okay. Oh, let's do a writing sample so you guys can get an idea of what I'm going for here. So this is CVS Caliber notebook paper. This is the broadest TWSBI Go I have, and the ink in here is, yes, Ferris wheel pressed bluegrass velvet. So, very pretty indeed. Very nice. Okay. Let's take a look at some paper review, shall we? Oh dear. It's lighter than I thought it would be. There's no filters. Oh. There are filters. Haha. That's more like it. Okay. Alright, this is the Pen and Gear memo book from Walmart.com. Feather really bad, bled through the page. Now this may just be the pen, but it might also be the ink. This is lightweight traveler's notebook paper. A little bit of shading, a little bit of ghosting. Super lightweight traveler's notebook paper. A little bit of shading, a little bit of bleeding ghosting. This is Field Notes Journal. A little bit of spread, a little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Moleskin 70 GSM. Again. A little bit of feathering, bleeding, ghosting. Fabriano Eco Qua 85 GSM. Beautiful. No feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Leuchtturm 1917 dot grid. Shading, a little bit of ghosting. Midori MD paper. A little bit of shading, a little bit of ghosting. Ayush 100 GSM heavyweight paper from Walmart.com. A little bit of shading. No bleeding, no ghosting. 52 GSM Tumbleway River. A little bit of shading, no feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Cosmo Air Light 75 GSM. No feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. The Jot Journals from the Dollar Tree. Nice shading, no feathering. No bleeding, no ghosting. Mormon Nemosity 80 GSM dot grid. Nice shading, no feathering, tiny bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Oxford Optic Paper. Feather like a chicken, bled through the page. B7 Bulky 75 GSM. No feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Clairefontaine 90 GSM. A little bit of feathering, a little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Exceed 100 GSM heavyweight paper from Walmart.com. A little bit of feathering, a little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Up and Up Wide Roll Composition Book from Target.com. Tiny little bit of feathering, nice shading, little bit of bleeding, little bit of ghosting. True Red Composition Book from Staples.com. A little bit of feathering, a little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. This is Apica Notebook 81.4 GSM. Nice shading, no feathering, no bleeding, barely any ghosting. Okay, we're going to be adding some paper. This is Sanzen. This is I think it's 52 GSM Sanzen, or maybe it's 64 GSM Sanzen. Not sure. It's not dry yet, so we'll come back to that. This is the Nanami 7C 68 GSM Tumbleway River. No feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. This is Artist Loft 100 GSM paper. Feather like a chicken, bled through the page. Higher GSM does not mean higher quality paper. This is Buffet handmade paper from Italy. It is feathering like a chicken, but there's barely any bleeding and a little bit of ghosting. U-style notebook paper. A little bit of feathering, a little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. CVS caliber notebook paper, best of the bunch. No feathering, no bleeding, barely any ghosting. Oxford notebook paper. No feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. We have a new we have a new Oxford composition book that we're going to be trying out. I'm going to see if it's any good in this book. If it is, this is going to be my ink journal next year. How many pages? 100 sheets. Give this one a try. We have a new spiral bound. We're also going to give this a try. Oxford notebook paper. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. Hi, Obs. How are you doing today? Are you having a nice day? I hope you're having a nice day. This is Mead 5-star notebook paper. Feathered like a chicken. Bled to the page. Are you getting a Hobonichi this year? Sheffield Home Paper Goods. Feather like a chicken. Bled to the page. I'm okay. I'm a little yawny today. I don't know why. Oh. Damn it. Why is it? Something about 1:13 in the afternoon. I'm just all yawns. It's like clockwork. Alright, this is Aqua Bee cross-section pad. Tiny bit of feathering. A little bit of bleeding. A little bit of ghosting. This is Rhodia dot pad 80 GSM. No feathering, no bleeding, and barely any ghosting. This is HP Premium 32-pound copy paper. Little bit of feathering, little bit of ghosting. J&B copper plate graph pad from johnneilbooks.com. Barely any feathering, a little bit of ghosting, and a little bit of bleeding. Original Crown Mill 100 GSM paper. Little bit of feathering, little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Wow. Okay, let's take a look at this Oxford notebook paper. No feathering, no bleeding, barely any ghosting. Seems like it's just as good as the old one. This one is circa 2019. Let me see. What year was the one that she gave me? Circa 2019. Okay, good. So this is still the good stuff. But this new one is circa 2019. This should be the good stuff. I don't see any feathering. No bleeding and only a little bit of ghosting. That's pretty good, I think. What do you think about that? I always hated doing percentages and decimals. I still hate doing them. Okay. So this stuff looks like the good stuff still. Cool. Alright. That'll be my ink journal for next year. And I got another journal to use. So. Okay. What am I doing? Alright, let's do a comparison panel to see where this ink lies. I have already done a review on this ink before, but with all of the new inks that I haven't done a review of this ink in about 2 years. So, let's take a look at the Sanzen. So this is the Sanzen Tomoe River. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. That's really good. Cool. Alright, we're going to put that in the lineup too because I want to make sure that I get a good idea before I go buying a Hobonichi that's going to cost me $80. I might not even buy one this year. I want to because I think it's really good for like keeping the amount of rambling that I do down to a minimum. But I also like it because I can write on the front and the back of the pages. I could also get CVS caliber notebook paper, and I think that that's what I'm actually going to deal with next year. I'm going to do my bullet journal in an Archer and Olive notebook, or I'm going to find a pocket size notebook, a pocket size type of thing. Hi Wumble Bumblebee, how are you doing today? Are you having a nice day? Now I'm just rambling. Okay. Now this is Ferris Wheel Press Bluegrass Velvet compared to Narwhal Atlantic Blue. This is one exactly I thought it was going to be next to. Ice Cookie. These are super similar. Blizzard Twinkle, Cerulean, Abalone, Yomoji, Kalank, Tropical Glow, 13 Children's kinda close, Bliss, Emerald de Chevreuse, a little bit darker but in the same neighborhood. I am now here. Alright then. Colorverse Map of Mars, Penbuius 385, Birmingham Black Ice, Jabon Vert Reseda, Robert Oster Sydney Darling Harbor, Private Reserve Blue Suede, Pilot and Roshizuko Seo Row. This one's kind of close. Diamine Teal, Birmingham Pen Company Agave, Organic Studio Alanine, Pelican Edelstein Apatite, Monteverde Emerald Green, Robert Oster Pacific Ocean Teal, Diamine Soft Mint, Private Reserve Turquoise Silver, Troublemaker Copper Patina, Papier Plume Coraline in My Mind, Lamy Tourmaline, Diamine Yuletide, Diamine O'Donnell, Birmingham Damselfly, Diamine Aurora Borealis, Birmingham Oil Beetle, Birmingham Black Ivy, Diamine Garland, Lamy Petrol, Kiwi Ink's Nebula Space Kitty, Birmingham Quantum Teal, Sailor 50 States California, Troublemaker Nautical Highway. This one's one of my favorites. Diamine Serendipity, Diamine Christine, Colorverse Gravity Wave. This one's kind of in the ballpark. Birmingham Electric Patina, Colorverse Hab, Oh. Lamy, Crystal Amazonite, and Noodler's Navy. Well, what did you guys think of today's ink? Are you guys looking for a greenish bluish ink? It's not the most cooperative ink, but it's nice. I like it. And it does really nice coming out of this juicy broad nib. What do I think? I think it's nice. I like it. It's a nice color. It does have, if you have shitty paper, this is probably not the one, because it is a little bleedy, which is a ding in my book. You guys know how I feel about feathering and bleeding. So some of the cheaper papers, Mead, Moleskin, just please no, don't even bother. It's not worth it. Just don't buy Mead or Moleskin. And maybe even stay away from Field Notes Journal. But for the majority of the papers, it's not too bad. So, that is all that I have for today. I want to thank you all for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed this one. I hope that you learned something. Please share this video with your friends. Follow me on social media. Like, comment, subscribe, ring the little bell, make sure it's set to all so when I upload new content, YouTube notifies you, and I will be back very soon with another video. So take care until then. Okay, love you, bye. Have a great day.